from all around your lawn. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.
And as we said, David Stanford and Mark Ritchie, who played in the seconds last week, are in the senior side for Bannockburn. And Werribee, who had a good win last week against East Geelong. They defeated the Eagles by 40 points here at Galvin Park. And so they'll be looking to double it up here this afternoon with another good win.
They certainly look a little taller than the Bannockburn Werribee Centrals, don't they?
They do. They've got Peter Gray, Shembry, James Lee, Howlett, Matheson and Len Ferner as well, who played in reserves for most of last year. Is in the side, obviously, with Sean Stewart being out. So, yeah, they've got a bit of height there, and there's some solid boys as well. Nick Smith's looking just as solid as last year.
Well, actually, I was talking to Stewie before the game, and that's what gave me the inclination that he might have been playing, but he's very, very hopeful, certainly, of playing next week, so it wasn't a serious break.
Did he do it during pre-season?
He did it in the second last practice game.
Right,
yeah, just came down on it.
Actually, both sides look to me to be in pretty good condition. They looked as though they've done a fair bit of pre-season, and Bannockburn in particular looked to me as though they might have filled out a little bit. They look, they're right not far from in our view here, and they look as though they're muscled up a bit, and they look quite toned to it.
Well, I'd say the likes of Zane Carroll looks match fit, and I guess training down
good pre-season at the Falcons.
It makes a huge difference.
Yep. They've got a fair spread of younger boys who are probably, like Nick Pavick, Stephen Gadd, and those types, Nathan Rose, who have been there for a few years now, Rick Harding, who have taken the next step and make them competitive week in, week out.
Yes, certainly, and Shane Andrews looking very fit, which is good to see. But by the same token, the Werribee Centrals boys, Laurie, they look a ball of muscle.
Yeah, they do, Eric, and it's a credit to both sides. And I was just checking some of the footwear of some of these players at the moment. I see some of the Bannockburn boys look like they might have the lighter shoes on, and I hope they're not going to get caught out today on the slippery ground, because the grass is quite long out there. It's about 2 inches long.
Yeah, it's quite lush, isn't it?
It's beautiful, and just.
Do you think that might find Bannockburn out a little bit later in the game because of the ground that they've been training and playing on?
Well, it could do. I spoke to Kevin O'Leary this morning actually, and he said that East Geelong, not Eastern Suburbs I mentioned last week, East Geelong found the going a bit tougher, but it was a bit harder than legs. But someone said to me before the ground was a bit longer last week, and that would have certainly driven a bit out of your legs, I think.
So the unfurling the flag has taken place, and both sides moving back out on the ground. Bannockburn just going to their final huddles.
Number 9 for Werribee Centre, is that Adrian Bernardo or is it not?
No, that wouldn't be Adrian Bernardo, I would think.
But Adrian's bigger than that, isn't he?
I think he's a little bit bigger than that, so we'll have to check on who number 9 is.
Number 9 is the mystery player.
He is.
He was Adrian Bernardo last year.
He was, that's right. But
on their team list, Mark Bernardo is listed.
It's not Mark either, he's playing in the twos, I saw Mark.
So we've got one unidentified player, but he doesn't kick too many goals.
We'll get to check him throughout the first quarter. And, well, who do you think, Laurie?
Oh, look, it'll be very hard to call the game as far as the winner go. I haven't enjoyed seeing your commentaries on Friday and Saturday morning. I'm not sure how yours went, but I think it's too hard to call at the moment. I think it'll be a great game. I think Bannockburn, to my way of thinking, have got to come out here today and play well. I think they might have moved their side around a little bit to what they had last year and to try and mix up a little bit. I see Shane Andrews looked to me if he's going full forward. I thought they might have played him somewhere else in this particular game, just to mix it up a little bit.
Well, just wonder, they've got Mick Turner into the side from, he played with Torquay last, I think. He's a former North Shore player and initially a Corio player. I just wonder if they've bobbed him into the centre-half forward position to try to give them a bit of forward strength.
Well, if that's going to be the case, Eric, and if you can hold that position down, that'll be a good move. And I mean, they're the sort of things I think Bannockburn have got to do today. They've got to demonstrate to Werribee that they're going to be up against it this year and be in the competition to do well. I mean, these two sides are going to be the yardstick, I think, for the competition. And what we see here today is going to probably benefit each one, and they'll take that into the next few games and go forward.
Interesting. Ash Perkins picking up Howlett. So there'll
be some good matchups here today.
Well, we're just about ready for the start of the first term here at Galvin Park. So as Eric said, Perkins on Howlett at centre half forward, and look to be playing one off the half-back flank, Nathan Rose. Andrew Hawkes at the other opposite end of the ground by himself. Umpire Clifton has ball in hand. Start of the first term, round 2 GDFL match day live on Geelong Radio 100.3 FM. It's Centurions and the Tigers. It's going to be Thompson and Lenferner with the first knockdown. Lenferner gets it down to Smith, runs through, kick off the ground, comes towards half forward for the Werribee Central side. Quick hands, Calvert couldn't take it with him. Handball back to Musara, standing start, gets a kick away towards centre half forward. Couple there, or somebody said punch to Delahunt, so he did. Nappies, Colliger is there. Troy Colliger goes in, and his 100th game today, gets a handball out towards Thompson. He can't handle it, tries to tap it on, does so now. Out towards centre wing, Lenferner, the big man for Werribee Centrals, gets the footy, tries to settle things down, go back towards centre half forward. Can't find anybody. It's all the Bannockburn side, and Ashley Perkins got a bit of time now. Switches, was going to come towards grandstand side, goes in the board and finds Kevin Connors. Connors plays on quickly, kick around the corner, Rick Harding, unattended. Plays on now, goes from centre wing long towards a lead of Flanagan. Oh, one-hander if you don't mind. Good conditions for that. The umpire says yes, and Corey Flanagan has taken the mark.
Flanagan well was in kicking distance. He'd be 35 metres out, almost directly in front, and the golden opportunity for Bannockburn to put first score on the board. The just a little tentative, Laurie, the first stages of the game. Players not handling it too well. Flanagan's got underneath the ball. It's gone very, very high, and it's all made. Well, surprised me. The goal umpire moved a long way across, but he's given it as a goal, so that's first goal for the day. And on the Victory Trophy scoreboard, Bannockburn 1 goal, Werribee Central's yet to score. We've been playing 1.5 minutes.
I thought there was a couple of good moves there, though. Kevin Connors out to Lee Harding. We're going to see a lot of that today, and I don't think you can afford to give Lee Harding that much latitude. Rick, I should say. Rick, that much latitude out there, and whoever's playing on him's got to get a little bit closer.
Not a real bad mark from Flanagan first up.
No, terrific.
Number 9 is Steve Kinnear for Werribee Central. So number 9, Steve Kinnear, back in the middle. Lenferner gets it down once again over the head of running through the middle. That looked like it was Valicia. It was. And there is Steve Delahunt standing there. Handballs off quickly for Bannockburn, so they're going to be able to relieve the pressure through Hewitt. Goes towards centre wing looking for Mick Turner. Has to make up a bit of ground and couldn't take the mark. Was surrounded by Centurions. Thwaites was one of them. He gets the ball and goes back towards centre half forward. Can't take the mark. Rose is there for Bannockburn. Handballs it out back. Sets Delahunt a task, but he's equal to it. Gets it towards Colliger. Doesn't sit for him. Off hands towards Howlett. Gets back on that familiar left boot. Goes from about 50. Screws it back around towards James Lee. In front where you have to be at full forward. And he takes the grab in front of Hewitt. And we'll have a shot for goal 10 metres out. Do
you consider that a miskick, or do you think he saw Lee at the corner of his eye because he was probably within kicking distance?
Well, I think he might have saw him, Eric. I think the kick did drop short, and Jason called it correctly. If you're in front, you've got every chance to grab it, and he should make this count.
Now, this is our gentleman from last year, the Goldie School of Kicking.
He's improved.
I tell you what, he's done the job very nicely. Right through the middle. First goal for James Lee, and now at 3 minutes on the Victory Trophy scoreboard, 1 goal apiece.
And I think it also answers the question for the wind assistance. I don't think there's any.
So, no,
not
nothing.
At all.
Righto. Laurie has spoken. That's it. Special comments man is always right.
Yes. Well, I've got to say, we're out in the ground half-time to reserve.
Yeah, there wasn't much, was there?
It was beautiful.
Yeah. So great conditions here at Galvin Park. 1 goal apiece. Corey Flanagan and James Lee, the goal scorers, back in the middle. Lenferner up against Thompson. Thompson from Dampier, playing his second game for the club. Lenferner gets it down towards Festuca, gets the left foot kick around the corner towards half forward. And good mark there. Foley, just a little bit of a push, but it was okay. In fact, it's, it is Warren Foley. Play on, says the umpire. Tried to get it away to Musara. Turnover now on centre wing. East is there. Got Egan in support. Phil Egan has got the footy, gets a good shepherd, gets a kick around the corner. Shaw works to the front, can't take the mark, surrounded again by Centurions. In there, Beck, getting through Brett Harding, does well. Get a game next week, give it towards a coach, little toe poke. Miss Clinton Shaw, back towards the middle, and running through Zane Carroll does well. And gets a right foot kick around the corner, the lead on from Andrews. Great kick, great mark, and just the perfect day for the drainer, I think, at full forward. Shane Andrews plays on now, the lead's on. Oh, dangerous kick, good punch away by Scott in defence for the Centurions, and they might be able to get away here through Resta. He gets a handball. Further afield, outside 50 now, Nick Smith, and he's on centre wing, tries just to push it up towards Howlett. Perkins against him, he's 1-on-2. Harding's there in support for the Tigers, tries to get a handball away. Nick Smith followed it up well, and plays on now from half forward, goes towards Lee, who's the lead out. In front of the pack, nobody there for the Centurions. And the Tigers might be able to get away. Aaron Broom, good tackle from behind. It's at 50 now for the Centurions, kicking to the northern end in this first term. The umpire will come in and bounce the ball at 50.
Certainly, Laurie, the game's gone up a notch in the last minute.
Certainly has, Eric. I was a bit impressed with Nick Smith there.
Oh,
2 or 3 efforts there. It was great work.
Ball on 50, up it goes. Fernand gets it down to ground. Intercepted there by east of Bannockburn. Connors can't get it clear. The umpire will have to blow the whistle. Surely no, the players did well. They got it out. Good work there by Foley. Got the ball to foot. Only a few metres back to the centre of the ground. Turner can't take the mark. Comes to ground. Beck of Werribee picks it up, drives it long towards centre half forward from behind. Howlett can't take the mark, and it's Bannockburn again. Well, there's a bit of bruise. It's held up in the bruise on that occasion. Comes to ground. Fierce contest. Oh, for Stuka, picks it up. He's gone one step with the torpedo and has kicked a behind. What a bad effort off one step there. So at the 5.5 minute mark, first quarter, Victory Trophy scoreboard 1-1. Werribee Centrals, they now lead Bannockburn 1 goal.
Delahunt with the footy from fullback for the Tigers. He playing the zone defence, the Centurions in their 50. Delahunt now straight down the middle. It's a good kick. It's okay. And finds Matthew East at centre half back. Goes on that familiar left boot. Goes out wide looking for Harding. Calvert gets back there and can't take it with him, or Harding got a high tackle and will take a free kick. So Rick Harding on centre wing on the outer side here at Galvin Park. See if he can push it towards half forward. He goes now towards half forward in front. No, for Stuka, not claim the mark. Clinton Shaw's got it. He takes it and plays on now. Harding, Andrews, who can get there? Brett Harding does well. It's off hands. He's pretty good at this situation, the goal sneak and goals. Brett Harding does very well. Roved off the back of the pack there and put through his first goal, the second for Bannockburn. Their 2 straight goals, 12 points. They lead Werribee 1-1-7. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 6.5 minutes gone.
He did a good job, young Harding, Laurie, in the fact that the kick actually fell a bit short. He was going backwards. The Werribee player got in front. He contested from the back, brought the ball to ground, and I tell you what, once it hit the ground, he was away.
He knew where the goals were, that's for sure. No, look, their work around the bottoms of the packs is great at the moment. I mean, young Warren Foley there made a mistake there before. He couldn't quite get a handle on the footy, dropped out, and Bannockburn were able to take it away. It's just the difference at the moment. Bannockburn just seemed a little bit slicker with their handwork.
In the middle again. Wells Thompson gets a tap down for Bannockburn on this occasion. Connors, good strong tackles. Ball falls clear. It's on the ground or coming through. Great shepherd there from Harding, allows Flanagan to get the ball. But again, great smothering skills shown here. The umpire has given push in the back, and it's Bannockburn. Is it Thompson? Thompson it is. Drives well. It's not a good kick. But, well, Zane Carroll picks it up. A little chip across towards the centre half forward position. Harding again picks it up on the left foot. Goes toward the goal area, but it's offline completely. Missed everything, just out of bounds, a metre from the behind post. But he might be a bit of a problem for Werribee up there forward, young Harding.
Brett Harding, and I think the Ricky might be just as big a problem on the wing as well. So the Hardings are setting them alight at the moment.
And if they get Lee back next week, fair play to come back into the side.
In comes the ball. Turner does the ruck work for Bannockburn, but it's Werribee Centrals take the ball here. This time it's
Hopkins.
Long left foot kick. He's got it to centre wing. It's over the head of all players. Leading in the race for the ball there is Brennan. Now he picks it up. Well, he doesn't know what to do with it. I think the kick would have been the opportune thing, but it, well, to their advantage because picked up by Resta. Left foot towards centre half forward. Players, well, they're not too sure where they're going at centre half back, but finally Bannockburn come back, kick it wide to centre wing. Scott leads in the race for the ball for the Werribee side. And he'll have his hands full, Andrew Scott, because it looks like he's now picked up Brett Harding, and what a great contest that'll be.
8.5 minutes gone, first term, 2 goals. Bannockburn, Werribee 1-1-7, boundary throw in front, getting it down, and would be a free kick too high. And I reckon that might be Bernardo, is it?
Number 45.
Yes.
I think you might be right.
Could be.
Bernardo, maybe our mystery man, number 45. He's got the footy on half back and goes along with a left boot towards half forward, looking for James Lee, third in line. Got his hands to it, couldn't take the mark. Off the pack for Stuka, pretty close to the boundary on that left foot. Gets it around the corner. Leading out there was Perkins. Howlett coming up off the ground. Lee, kick off the ground and one behind to him. So 1 goal, 1 his personal tally. And the Centurions go to 1-2-8. They trail Bannockburn 2 straight goals, 12 points. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 9.5 minutes gone.
The game, Laurie, is probably indicative of last year's grand finalists. It's a high standard, players are ball the object, and both teams are doing very well.
And I'm impressed with the pace, Eric. The pace is a cracker at the moment.
From the kick in, Connors takes the mark. He finds Colliger at centre half back.
That's
now
a
the
great
long
kick.
kick. He's found his teammate on centre wing in
Thompson.
Thompson, the lead there from Andrews. Can't take it over the head of all players. Scott runs back to it for Werribee. He's a great tackle there by Shaw, and has kept the ball in the forward line for the Bannockburn side. So great defensive work by the attacking Bannockburn players.
And a great shepherd by Corey Flanagan to give Thompson a bit of time too to get the ball away.
Yes, they're teaming extremely well at the moment. The ball 30 metres from the behind post, deep in the forward line for Bannockburn. If anything, kicking against a very, very slight breeze. In comes the ball. Turner from behind, can't get the tap away. It goes to Smith of the Werribee Centrals. Goes to centre wing, and there's Howlett takes the mark, looking for a running player, and there he goes. Pastuga takes the handball, runs to 50, puts it high in the air toward the goal square. 1-on-1 down there. It's come off hands, and the Bannockburn defence prepared to push the ball through, and safety, I guess, is the way to go, Laurie, in the defensive area.
I think there was a rush point. I think we put that down, Eric.
I think so.
Victory Trophy scoreboard 11 minutes into the first quarter, 1-3-9, where they trail Bannockburn 2 goals straight.
Andrew Howlett's playing very well there, moving around, giving plenty of options there, looking to be creative and get some handballs in.
Hunt from fullback once again for the Tigers. Was looking to go short. Now he's just holding the ball up. Thompson gives him half a lead, as does Rose. He's unsure of where to go to just at the moment. He elects to go to the outer side and towards 50. That's a good kick. He's held it up and just found a teammate. And they were able to play on through Rick Harding across half-back. This is going to be danger, is it? Coming across Calvert, just a little bit of a shove. It couldn't get it away. Rose claimed the mark, wasn't there. Off hands, Flanagan does well. East in support, and Flanagan get it from centre wing, go towards Egan, up against Beck. Egan, good mark, strong, and was able to take it at 50. Pretty close to the boundary line. So Phil Egan now. What will he be able to do? Beck's just standing inside the 50-metre line. It's 12 playing 9. He's got it. He comes in now. Right boot. Good kick off the boot too. It's going to land in the goal square. Is it through? Off hands. It's been touched. And one behind. So not far away. 2-1-13 the Tigers. The Centurions 1-3-9. Victory Trophy's first quarter score. 12 minutes gone.
Hasn't lost the goal kicking ability, has he? He was a very handy player forward to Richmond.
Yeah, it was pretty well right on the money, wasn't it? Just didn't have enough, and I think there might have been just a little bit of breeze there, held that one up as well.
Beck kicks in, looks for Thwaites, couldn't get him off hands. Musara, handball backwards, all over the head of Valicia, but he runs back to defensive 50, turns right, then goes left, then stands there. Egan comes at him, he might be in a bit of strife here. He handballs back to Beck, who is going to be in trouble. Colliger drops the footy, no free kick. Colliger, good tackle. Beck gets it away, back towards Musara again. He's going to try again. He was going to go for a handball. Now he gets around 1, he gets around 2. Short little kick's okay, finds his teammate, and he plays on. That looks like it might be Rester, gets it towards half full, but Rick Harding just mopping up across half back, does well, goes to brother Brett. There's the ESP from the Harding boys. He gets the ball on centre wing. Plays on now, short little kick towards Thompson's okay. The big ruckman takes the mark right on centre wing, right in front of our Geelong radio commentary box. He plays on now, the ruckman goes towards half forward. Shaw might drop short, Scott's there, lost in the sun, off hands. Rick Harding's everywhere. Can he finish it off? The number 1. Yes, he can. Oh, no, he's just missed to the far side and one behind. But they're second behind. Bannockburn 2-2-14. Werribee 1-3-9. Victory Trophy's first scoreboard. Laurie, he's everywhere, Rick Harding.
He's going to be a handful, I think, before the end of the day. He's, that's his athleticism. He moves around, he goes from one, and I mean, I'd love to be able to play like that. That's the way you've got to play it. I mean,
it'll be a fair test of Werribee's character. They've got to man someone like that up, don't they?
Oh, that's right.
From the kick in there, there's a player running loose in Hawks and takes the mark on half-back, plays on quickly, drives to a vacant centre wing, leading in the race for the ball's Foley. But, well, he does get it, but well tackled. And finally, Werribee again. Nice little kick through, found Nick Smith almost centre half forward. There's a player running loose, it's Foley again. He accepts the mark, he's just outside 50. He's got Lee leading up forward. Now he goes to the centre half forward position. Mark not taken by Bannockburn. He got in front there of Pastuga. Ball just kicked back towards the centre wing, and good work there by Delahunt. Kicked the ball up the ground forward for the Bannockburn side. Carroll picks it up. Nice handball across to East, and he eludes a player on the left foot now. Drives it into the forward area. Mark not taken, unfortunately, by Shaw, and the defensive players for Werribee force the ball toward the boundary, but they're looking very good, Bannockburn, at the moment, Laurie.
Yeah, so the drop of the footy, and that makes you look good, Eric. You're in there, you're going to be touching all the time. I see Shembury's just come onto the ground and gone to full back. He's on the drainer, so that should be a good contest.
Hopkins is off the ground. So boundary throw in, just inside 50 for the Tigers, outer side. Going up Thwaites, gets it down to Scott. Quick kick around the corner towards Nick Smith. Oh, he got a hand to it, off hands to Brett Harding. At half forward, about 60 out. Little left foot kick. Goes pretty close to the boundary line. Turner, handball back towards Clinton Shaw. He could have handballed it off, but it gets a kick away around the corner towards Andrew. Shembury against him. Great roving front and centre. Kevin Connors drops the footy though. Centurions around him. And the umpire says it's mine. It will be a ball up about 30 metres out from Bannockburn's goal. And great roving Kevin Connors.
Tremendous. Just couldn't quite get through, could he?
No.
It was great defensive work on the Werribee part there, though, as well.
So it's Turner. And he goes up. There's Felicia running through, trying to look for the free kick. Comes to Festuca on the outside. Goes to the left boot, long into the middle of the ground. Howlett might have the sit here over Perkins. He goes up. Can he take the mark? Yes, says the umpire. He's done well, body work. And takes the mark on centre wing. Left foot kick leads out. Lee might be able to chop it off. No, because Calvert's led out and taken the grab.
Handy man to have up forward, Calvert.
Playing the Brad Johnson role from last night.
There was a bit of class from Howlett there, though.
Yes.
He took a nice mark, and that was a well-weighted kick. You could see him running on that all the time. There's no way you're going to stop that. He's just got to finish it off now.
So Simon Calvert, who kicked 5 last week, I think, comes in, and has he brought it around enough? I think he has. Yes, he has, says the umpire. So Simon Calvert has kicked his first. And the second for Werribee there, 2-3-15. They regain the lead. Bannockburn 2-2-14. We've been playing 16 minutes of this first term brought to us by Victory Trophies.
Good knowledge of the ground, Laurie. That kick, he started just outside the goalpost and the wind just drifted it in very nicely.
Yes, Eric, and it was a good transition of the football for Werribee. Then up the corridor, that's the way to play it. And
it's pretty easy when you've got Jason Festuca kicking to a Howlett and then straight on the end to Simon Calvert, isn't it?
And wasn't it a great kick? He kicked that long.
Yeah. So back in the middle. And it's Peter Gray who's on the ground giving Len Ferner a bit of a spell in the ruck for Werribee, so he'll be up against Thompson. They go at it now. Gray goes early and gets it down to. Coming through Egan, had it and then lost it. Go to East, has to get back on that left boot. Does so now towards half forward. Colliger from behind. Good mark overhead. He's strong overhead for a small man. Troy Colliger playing his 100th game today for the Tigers. 100th senior game. And he's taken a mark about 40 metres out from goal. It'll test him the kick.
Certainly do that. Quarter time AFL, Essendon 5-6, Carlton 1-2.
Go the Bombers. So it's Troy Colliger with the ball, 40 metres out. Not much of an angle. Kicking into a bit of a breed. He comes in now. He sets it up there. It's fading away. Andrews up there. It's over the top of his head and through for one behind. So scores even. 2-3-15 apiece on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 17 and a half minutes gone in this first term.
Probably can't ask for much better in a grand final replay. 2-3 apiece on a glorious day for footy, and both sides really adapting very, very well. From the kick in, the ball's got to centre wing. Connors picks it up for Bannockburn. Great tackle there by the Werribee side, and that was Matheson. And off hands, the ball spilled over the boundary line in front of the scoreboard, which is on the outer wing here at Galvin Park, and it shows 2 goals, 3. Should show 2 goals, 3 apiece, but it doesn't. Ball thrown in front of the scoreboard. Up they go. Good tap down by Gray with the left hand. Comes to ground. Players contesting it at ground level. Good work there by Matheson. Grabs it, kicks it into the forward line for the Bannockburn side. Ricky Harding gets up. Glorious hand pass over the top. It's gone to Turner. Turner on the left foot has gone bang and has, I think, kicked the goal. So good work, Mick Turner, for the Bannockburn side. And they regain the lead now at 18 minutes. Victory Trophy scoreboard, Werribee 2-3-15. They trail Bannockburn 3-3-21.
It's that man again.
Yeah,
Harding got the handball over the top.
They're everywhere, aren't they? Although the thing that I'm impressed with, Eric, is the work rate of both teams. I mean, this is the second game of the season. They're in under the packs doing the hard work, and their skills out of the pack are great. So
the tackling, smothering, it's all there.
Yeah, terrific, you know.
Back in the middle, Gray and Thompson. Gray tries to take it out, loses it down towards Connors, running through the middle. Egan creates a path for Connors. In there also Felicia working hard. Off hands, College is there, great hands, and gets a kick away towards half forward. Flanagan Just on the back foot there, Beck was in front reading the play and he took the mark at half-back. Wants to switch play, goes across the ground. He's got a couple. Velicia's one of them. Ran from the centre, down to half-back and took the mark uncontested. Runs from defensive 50. Woeful kick off the boot. Howlett, though, might sit for him. He's got some support over the top from Foley towards Matheson. He's a thumping kick. He's at 50 and I think he might have goaled. He is a great kick, David Matheson. That's a goal. Quick reply for the Centurions. And they square it up again, 3-3, 21 apiece here at Galvin Park, Werribee Centrals and Bannockburn. We've been playing 20 minutes of this first term.
At this point in time, we really can say we've got a game in our hands, Laurie, because it's goal for goal and a great play in setting the goals up.
Well, we just said about the Hardings, the way they move the ball around. I just see a trend there with Howlett and Foley. They seem to work very, very well there. They seem to know exactly where one another was, and they share the footy around. And when you start doing that, when you've got a guy that can finish like that, we're going to be in for one hell of a game, I think.
It was great running from where Matheson come from, half back.
Not a bad secondary half forward or half back, whatever he is Matheson off hands there through Smith, running through the middle. Great play, long towards full for Calvert. Strength. Oh, he's a lot stronger than he looks, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
And he's up against Nathan Rose, who's not the softest bloke in the world. He's pretty strong
defender,
too. Yeah.
Great defender, Nathan Rose.
So Simon Calvert's got it 30 metres out directly in front. And shooting up for his second.
Can't that Gray leap?
Yes, he can.
High in the air.
Calvert. He's done it again. He's pushed it out to the right, just to the right of the goalpost. And he's brought it back and kicked his second. So Calvert's second goal.
Not much margin for error there, though.
And the fourth for Werribee, 4-3-27, the Centurions. And Bannockburn, 3-3-21, Victory Trophy's first score to scoreboard, 20.5 minutes gone.
You just took the words out of my mouth, Eric. I think Peter Gray's going to cause a bit of havoc here. He seems to just have a nice spring there. He just seems to time his run well too, and he just seemed to be 2 or 3 feet above the opposition then.
Andrews might be a bit of an option there maybe for Bannockburn later.
Have to. Up goes the ball. Oh, Gray again gets high. Gets it down to Stuka. Gray follows through, goes to Smith. Smith, just a right foot kick into the forward line. Bannockburn now. Werribee Central's inside 50 once again. And, well, good solid work there by Perkins, but he can't get the ball away. Great tackle. 2 players tackling.
We took him on too, Jake Hewitt.
And Angus Hewitt trying to crash through. Well tackled by Howlett was one, and I think Lee the other. Lee does the ruck work there, gets it down. Picked up and nice handball out to Pastuka. Well, tackled high, crashes through the tackle, gets a handball in the forward line. It's that Foley gets the handball further forward. Handball looking for Howlett, but the Werribee Central's just under a bit of pressure in the forward line, and the Bannockburn defence really working hard. The ball comes out clear of the pack. Ricky Harding, great pick up, and away he goes on the right foot, drives it well over the centre towards centre half forward. And with a big pack of players there, comes to ground. Beautiful roving there by Carroll. Runs into the open goal and goes bang. So magnificent football there by anyone wants to see top footy. That was it. Zane Carroll's goal. And on the Victory Trophy scoreboard now, 22 minutes into the first quarter. Bannockburn 4-3, Werribee Central's 4-3.
Clinton Shaw, pretty good punch too from the side of the pack there. Just was able to push it into the path of Zane Carroll too, because he was out of position. And great play, Laurie.
I do it. Definitely. I mean, the standard of this game has improved a lot. And look, there was the great defensive work from the Bannockburn boys there. They all worked very, very hard to get that. And of course, it was Ricky Harding who broke away from the pack once again. Once you got over the Carroll, running to the goal, it was how far?
Back in the middle, Gray up against Turner now, who's having a run in the ruck. Umpire throws the ball up. Gray gets up and gets it down to Festuca. Handball back to a standing start. Foley, left foot kick towards centre half, forward towards Lee. Oh, one hand up, couldn't take the mark. Rowe, Felicia did well. Went left, went right, then still got the ball, running backwards. Now he stands there, goes with his right boot, smothered by Delahunt, falls towards Egan. Didn't get a free kick, played for it. Felicia, handball over the top towards Hawks. And also Resta Hawks has got it, just outside 50. Goes long with the right boot, in towards Calvert again, off his chest. No mark, Hewitt, he can't take it either. Just at the top of the 10-metre square for Werribee. Over the top, handball, tried to come out. And Musara tries to play for it. He's got it now, a bit of space, turns around on the right boot. And I think he might have just missed. He has for one behind. So Musara's first score this afternoon. And Werribee Centrals go to 4-4-28. They lead Bannockburn 4-3-27. Victory Trophy's first score to scoreboard, 23.5 minutes. We've got a blood rule.
Yeah, Mick Turner, I think.
That's Mick Turner coming off, so he'll be replaced. That might put Thompson back in the ruck, maybe.
I thought Robbie might have kicked that, Jace. I thought Robbie might have kicked that.
He's usually pretty good around goal, isn't he?
Pretty good when he gets there.
Mark Ritchie coming on the ground and Mick Turner off. Yeah, he's just got a cut under his eye there, which will have to be fixed. Andrews coming off also. Nick Pavic coming on, so a couple of changes for the sides. And Mick Turner just running in front. Thompson's back in the ruck as we understood might have happened. Richie to full forward. Pavic on the ground. And Delahunt at the other end of the ground with the ball. Pinpoint pass to Rick Harding at centre half back. He's got Pavic long. He's also got Egan in the middle, who has to sit and wait and take a good mark overhead. Handball was great to Matthew East running past the left footer, breaking left footer too. Poor kick on this occasion. Flanagan all over the back. Richie's first kick, if he can pick it up, is it a goal?
Yes.
I think he kicked it off the ground. That's a great goal. And Mark Ritchie's first kick results in a goal. And the Bannockburn's fifth. They're 5-3-33. They lead Werribee 4-4-28. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 24 and a half minutes gone, and there's a bit of action in this first quarter, Laurie.
I think I'll have to give Mark a bit of credit for that. I don't know whether he just fell over and landed on his boot. I happen to work with Mark for
just a bit of phone interference here. We'll get rid of that. And back in the middle now, and could have been a free kick for a push there. It comes out to Vastuka, who's away at 50 and is a thumping kick as well. As he measured it well, Calvert should shepherd it through. It's a goal. As easy as that. Jason Vastuka has kicked the goal, and his first. And he's kicked the goal, his first. It's 5-4-34 Werribee, and they lead the Bannockburn side again 5-3-33 by a point on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And, well, it's end-to-end stuff here, Laurie, isn't it?
Oh, it's exciting, isn't it?
It's all right when you get one kick from the middle and you get a goal. But, gee, it was a magnificent effort there by Pastuca.
We've been around long enough. You had that fairly tag. When Jason picked that ball up, he was only going one place, wasn't it? Home.
Back in the middle, Gray gets it down once again. Egan chops it off this time. Was going to go towards Smith. Thompson got a kick away towards half forward. And now foot race. Doesn't sit for Misara. Good tap though by Thwaites to Misara, who was in support. He runs through the middle, can kick it across the centre. Great kick too. Finds Nick Smith. He's just outside 50. He's a pretty good kick as well. He goes in towards Howlett. Perkins, is that a free kick?
Howlett.
Yes, says the umpire. Thompson off in front of us for Bannockburn. Mick Turner back on. And Perkins has given the free kick away to Howlett. And he'll have a shot for goal.
Didn't have much option, Laurie, did he?
No, he had to make him earn it.
He's probably going to take the mark, wasn't he? So Andrew Howlett, shot for his first goal. Point the difference. This is to put Werribee back in front. I usually push them further in front. They're a point in front at the moment. He's just on the wrong side for a left footer, but only a couple of metres out. Banana kicks the goal. Andrew Howlett, his first. The coach's first for Werribee. And they go to 6-3-39 Werribee. In fact, 6-4-40, sorry. 6-4-40 Werribee. Bannockburn 5-3-33. 7 points of difference now on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 27 minutes gone.
Laurie, 27 minutes, 11 goals kicked, and all quality football.
Yes, well, Eric, as I said before, it's the second game of the year. Whether they can keep this pace up for 4 quarters, I'm not sure. But as we said before the game, before even we prejudged them, they look very, very fit, both sides. And there's probably no reason why they can't run the game out. But we're going to be in for a big... it's fairly free scoring at the moment. It's a bit of a shootout, isn't it?
Ball up in the middle. Gray against Turner. Gray gets a tap down for the Werribee side. Goes to Pastuca. Drew the player. Gets the handball over the top. That's Masara runs on with the left foot. Well, he's gone to the negative pocket, but Calvert only one hand at the time, trying to take the big one-hander. But great credit there to the Bannockburn defence, playing very, very close. And well, it's a great game of attack and defence, and almost like a chess game, Jace, the way that the players are matching up everywhere. Out of bounds there, 35 metres behind post, northern end here at Galvin Park. In front there was Lee, gets the ball to ground, and Bannockburn not defending vigorously down there. Oh, great pick up and snapshot for goal. It was Werribee player, it might have been Nick Smith.
I think it was actually.
And it's a behind, touched off hands. So on the Victory Trophy scoreboard now at 28 minutes in the first quarter, Werribee Central 6-5-41. They lead Bannockburn 5-3-33.
Delahunt from fullback once again for the Tigers. And just a little bit inside, just holding it up. Oh, danger. Rose had to make up a bit of ground and did so. And he's got the mark. Only about 30 metres out from Werribee's goal. Richie off, Andrews back on the ground.
You earned that one too, just quietly.
Yes, he did, Rose. So he goes back inboard, over the head of Turner. Lee came, couldn't take the mark. Foley tried to get it into his hands, gets it to Vastuka, handball over his head, goes towards Musara, who's been in a bit this quarter, runs back with the ball, and then tries to, great kick too, good vision, and was able to find his teammate in Gray in the middle of the ground. Now, can he set something up? Pretty congested forward line. He goes short towards Calvert, just pops it up, and Simon Calvert's taken the mark. 40 metres out, directly in front. Bush line up for goal number 3.
He slipped his tag there, Laurie Calvert. That's good work.
Yeah, no, he's a pretty quality player, of course. I'm just thinking Bobby Massara out in this wing's doing quite well out here at the moment. Maybe they have to tighten up a bit on him.
Well, probably in the last 5 minutes, Ricky Harding's faded a bit.
So Calvert from 45. He might have just sprayed it this time. Across to the near side and one behind. So they go to 6-6-42 Werribee. They lead Bannockburn 5-3-33. That is on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 29.5 minutes gone. And it'll be Delahunt once again from fullback to kick in. He elects to come to the grandstand side. Gail Lee's chopped it off, got a hand to it, but roving at the front college. Oh, ripped off the footy. No ball there in possession, and we'll get a free kick at half back for Bannockburn. He goes back inboard looking for East, who just sat and waited for it. Didn't sit for him. Musara's there again, as Laurie said, in everything. Running off the half-back flank, Bernardo. He's a left footer, so he handballs because he was on his right-hand side. Gives it away to Nick Smith. Goes in the middle and goes long, out wide towards, good mark, Valicia. Plays on quickly, gets rid of Delahunt. Too much pace there, finish it off. And what's he done with it? He's kicked a goal. Good finish, Warren Valicia. And on loan from Werribee VFL, you can see why. 7-6-48. Werribee Centrals, and Bannockburn 5-3-33. Just a couple of late goals in this final term, in this first term, Laurie. Just paving the way for a bit of a lead here.
Well, that was a quality goal, that one. When that guy swooped on that ball, he steadied, kicked straight through the footy, and there was no other result but a goal.
Nice little push off, and just a little bit too much pace there for Steve Delahunt.
Yeah, well, the acceleration was enormous in the middle now. 30 minutes gone. That's, Gray again gets a tap down. Handball looking for Massara, can't find him. Offhands, the ball comes to ground. Foley following through brilliantly. Has a bounce. Now the handball's to nobody. Picked up there by Delahunt for Bannockburn, but he's only kicked it to Nick Smith outside 50. He's gone for a little chip past. The lead is there from Howlett. And Howlett looks as if he's alternating between centre-half and full forward. Laurie move from the goal square there very, very nicely. Nick Smith knew exactly where he's going to be, and a very comfortable pass, a very easy mark for Andrew Howlett. 25 metres out, slightest of angles, goes bang on the left foot. The goal umpire has not moved until now. He puts up 2 hands. Goal to Howlett. And, the last 5 minutes, it's become a bit of an avalanche because Werribee Central's taken a bit of control in the last few minutes. Victory Trophy scoreboard 8-6-54 Werribee Centrals, 5-3-33 Bannockburn.
It's coming out of the centre, Eric, from Peter Gray. He's getting the ball out. The forwards on Werribee are presenting themselves, and that's what you've got to do when you're on the forward line. They've got plenty of options here. You can go one way if one's covered and slot it in when the other person is.
Howlett full forward, lead centre half.
Back in the middle now. Gray, Turner. Gray gets it down again, but this time Egan roves it well and goes long towards full forward. Andrews out, good kick. And I reckon that might be a bit of a plan because Egan obviously looking for that lead from Drainer. And right on his chest.
On his left foot as well.
Yeah, on his left foot. So Shane Andrews a chance to put through his first goal. And he will now go with it from about 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. He comes in and he's used the breeze nicely. I think he's just pulled it back well for a goal, Shane Andrews. And it's his first and a good late goal for Werribee, for Bannockburn. They're 6-3-39 and Werribee Central's 8-6-54. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And we have been playing 33 minutes in this first term. Laurie, you'd expect a little bit of time on with the goals being kicked.
Yes, look, I got it was good play by Phil Egan. Then he seems to position him. He's worked this out. Peter Gray's going to get hit down. He's going to try and swoop on a few, and we'll just watch him now, see where he presents himself there.
Up goes the ball. Gray gets a tap down again. And to his credit, he's mixing him up quite a bit because it went to the right-hand side that time. Nick Smith tried to get away for the Werribee side, unfortunately couldn't. Stacks on the mill, and we'll have a secondary throw up about 15 metres towards the goal for the Werribee side as the siren sounds for quarter time, and the Victory Trophy quarter time scoreboard here. Werribee Centrals 8-6-54. They lead Bannockburn 6-3-39.
So the goal kickers in that first term for Werribee, 2 each to Simon Calvert and Andrew Howlett, singles to David Matheson, Jason Festuca, James Lee and Warren Valicia, while for Bannockburn, their goals, all singles, have been kicked by Mark Ritchie, Mick Turner, Corey Flanagan, Shane Andrews, Brett Harding and Zane Carroll. So it's 15 points of difference at quarter time. It's 8-6 playing 6-3. We'll come back with Laurie de Goldie.